in this company that we're in, but in other companies that we've been in. But this one literally is the creme de la creme, right? And we'll talk about that a little bit more and why we're having such success. And so I want to go ahead and bring my guests to the line. We've got STB, right? Sean Tyrone Bell, we affectionately known as ST Bizzle, right? That's what we call him here in the house. Sean is a servant leader. He's a deacon. He is a son, and he's actually a caretaker to his parents, both of them. He's in ministry. He runs a travel agency, a travel business, which y'all really didn't know about. And he works a full-time job, and he sings with a nationally renowned gospel recording group, right? And so then we've got Shamie Shams, who is a former hairstylist, mother of 4. I get that right? Mother of 4. She's a wife, you all, and she works 100% from home. But if you want to know about the ultimate hustler, this would be she. All right. She's very gifted. God has given her the gift to create things with her hands. And Shamie Sham loves the freedom of being able to work from home and create designs, because the overhead from the salon just got a bit too much. So we'll talk about that in a little bit as well. And then we got Dr. Tamara Dunn, hailing in from Michigan, you guys, who also is a wife, a mom of 2. She's a very, very, very busy woman. Her children are very active in all kinds of sports activities. She also has a real estate license. She does sell houses as well. But this doctor is an optometrist, right? And she's going to talk a little bit more about why in the world would she need extra income. I mean, let's face it, she's a doctor. Why would she need anything more? And so I want all of you to unmute yourselves and say hello to the people as they're letting us know what city, what state, and or what country they might be logging in from. Go right ahead.
Hello, everyone.
Who is there? Y'all got, what y'all got? What we doing? What y'all got your glasses? Okay, let's see. I see mango, and one fruit punch. You just had to be all stubborn. He knew we was all gonna get on here with mango. He come with fruit punch, looking like a glass of wine, like a glass of red wine.
I said, "Oh, I drunk half of it. Let me stop."
He like he drinking sangria. This is so good. Even believe, as Dr. Bramwell would say, she feels like she's in Jamaica, in the islands, when she's in this, because it does really leave that taste like peachy, mango-ish, like pineapples, like you're sitting on the side of the beach, and it's a detox.
Yeah.
So Sean, would you let's start with you, or you want to end with you? So the ladies, let's start with Sham. Let everybody know who you are, where you're from, what you do, a little bit more, and then we'll go to Dr. Dunn and we'll go up to STB.
Well, my name is Shamie Shams, as Coach told you. I am what they call a serial entrepreneur. You tell me about something and you let me know that you can make some moolah, some cash, I'm all for it. So a former hairstylist, but behind the chair comes with lots of duties. You have to be a friend, you have to be a boss, you have to be a counselor, because your customers tell you everything, right? I had the transition just this last time of actually having a business partner. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever had business partners. Sometimes it's not fanned out to what it truly is to be. It seems like it's a good plan, but sometimes it's not. So I just recently closed my salon down January 1st, but I was comfortable with it. A lot of people were like, "You're not sad that you're closing your salon?" No, because it allows me more time freedom. There was a time where, I couldn't watch my kids do anything. I had to get somebody else to take my kids to do everything. And that's not the type of mom I want to be. I want to be a show up and on time mom. So I'm honored that I get to be at home and do those things. Things from like taking my kids to the bus stop to picking them up from practice, or taking them to boxing, or taking them to dance class. That's the type of privileges that this business has given for me. And to be able to be blessed with all of the people that are on this panel, it's absolutely amazing, you guys. So I have a small farm here, a little homestead. I have chickens, ducks, and cows and all of that stuff. And I get to tend to all of my animals and tend to my garden. And I'm just a hands-on person. I'm very crafty, like Coach said. I just love to be in the center of nature, and that's where I'm at here. So I'm just thankful for this business because it has so many blessings, not just financially, you guys. So I'm thankful and grateful for Coach introducing this business to us, because it's been a blessing since I started.
Wow, did y'all hear that? She's got chickens and cows and donkeys and right.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Sam. Dr. Dunn, come on and talk to the people.
Hello, everybody. So before I get started, Shammy, I didn't know you had. I want a cow though. I really do. Not a
Come on,
real
girl.
cow.
We
I
gonna
want
move to
to buy the
Georgia and show Coach how it's done.
Oh, I want to buy the meat because I don't
I
know
got
what the meat in the store is doing. I don't know. I want
I got
something a little bit fresher.
You got a cow? You didn't tell me.
I didn't know you had animals. I really did.
I don't have a cow, but I have a friend that has cows, and you can get your meat processed. You can buy the whole cow, Coach.
Yes.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
No, that's
Yeah,
good,
y'all-
Luna. Like it's
Oh.
really good. It's fresh.
Yeah.
And you save so much money because you can they'll process, you can do ground beef, you could do steak, and you
Mm-hmm.
put it in the freezer, and it's like a whole year's worth of meat.
The meat now has so much hidden stuff in it. That's why everybody should be
Yes.
detoxing.
For sure.
They
Well,
should.
we'll get into all
All
that.
right.
But
All right.
anywho, Dr. Deborah Dunn here. So I am in Flint, Michigan. So I'm Midwest with Miss Shammy here. I've lived here my whole life. I just turned 42 years old. Graduated high school, went to college, got my degree 8 years later, and became an optometrist 16 years ago this year. That's a long time. Oh my goodness. So Ms. Nina said, why in the world would I do this? I mean, I'm a doctor, right? Everyone needs more. And being a doctor, coming out, you got student loan debt, you got bills, you got credit card debt because you probably had to live off of some other stuff. So you kind of come into the world, the corporate world, upside down. So when you go to work, it's just like a regular job. It just gives you enough to maintain yourself, but not to get over the hump, not to give you the extra that you need to, be ahead. And that's how society has us. It's just to keep us right there and not get ahead. So we looked for different opportunities. My husband was already working 2 jobs and I just was not going to do it. So I found something on the social media, a post about doing this type of business. I had no clue what it was. I had no clue. At the time, I barely even talked to people. I wasn't other than me being in the office, I didn't know anything about social selling. So it was very new to me, but I came to love it and enjoy it so very much, to the point when I came out of COVID, I had to come home with the kids and I did not get paid for not being in the office to see the patients. Like the office had to close down as well. So I picked up my side hustle. So my plan B turned into my plan A very quickly. And praise God that I even had it, right? Or we wouldn't have known what we were going to do because everything was shut down. It wasn't like I could go get another job because everybody was at home. But through the internet and social media, I could work my business from at home. And people didn't stop spending just because they were at home. They actually were spending more. So that kind of worked in my favor at the time. But during that time, I was online. I got my real estate license. I got my insurance license. I did a lot of stuff while I was at home. But when we were able to go back to the office, I enjoyed being at home. And like what Miss Shammy was saying, how she was missing everything with the kids, I was in the optometry world of retail. So I wasn't in a private practice where they're just open Monday through Friday. I was in a retail office. So that's 7 days a week. So now I didn't have to work 7 days, but I was there 6 days. And I was there from 9 a.m. to about 6-ish. If people were on time or if it was an emergency, you just never know with that last patient. So I was there all day. The kids were really young and they were with other family members because at the time Ray was in the hospital. He was working 12-hour shifts. So there was just no time. Like we had no time for each other. We didn't really see the kids that much. Kaysen, he was into basketball and all. I missed pretty much every game. Or if he was in town, I could leave work real quick and go see a quarter, and then I had to go back to work for the next patient or something like. It was just crazy stuff. But during COVID, I said, "Oh, I like being at home. Oh, I could be at everything. Like everything just happens." So COVID was like a horrible situation, but it was a blessing also because it actually got us to see what we could do without me being at work. You know, you're scared. You lose a doctor's salary. You don't know what's going to happen. Like that's a big deal. And my husband being, you know, he's the provider, so he's looking at, well, I don't know about that. Like, I'm not sure what you're talking about right now. What do you mean you're not going back to work and all of this? And we just had to realize where our real help came from, right? It doesn't come from those jobs. And we did okay. So I said, this is what I'm doing. This is what I've been doing. And it's been a blessing ever since. And just because you're a doctor, you got to come to terms that you need more. You're not making it. I can tell you that right now.
Wow.
I can tell you. There's nothing you can tell me. I know.
We're going to talk more about that because you've hit on a few things. I just took some notes. You hit on a few things that I really want to come back to. But we'll let Sean introduce himself, and then I'm gonna ask you all some questions, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about this comp plan and the product that we have and why we are so passionate. If people are wondering why we're posting it so much, we fit to tell them right now. So STB, tell everybody who you are, where you're from, what do you do? Why are you doing this?
Well, listen. Well, let me give it back to these amazing ladies that I'm with on tonight. Listen, this is awesome. But I am Sean Tyrone Bell. I reside right in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, right from Philly. And you know, I work a full-time job, a caretaker for my parents. Listen, never knew I was going to be in that position, but listen, ministry. You know, I love ministry because I love to serve, and you know, even just with this. You know, this was something that I did not want to do. Like, I told Nina, well, you know, we say Ms. Moore, but I call her Nina. I said, listen, when she asked me, 2014, 2015, I did not want to do this. I said, no, I'm not doing that. You know, but the thing is, I was like everybody else that, you know, works a full-time job or that considers herself to be so busy, you know, and, you know, now I even hate that word now. Because it's like, you know, ain't nobody that busy. But, you know, now to know what this industry can do, like Dr. Dunn said, you know, it's about the extra. And when I tell you, you know, the last 5 years have been, I will have to say, have been amazing, have been life-changing. I've went through some things, but to have this opportunity, like we have our plan A, which is cool. But everybody knows, even going through COVID, look, you need a plan B. Mm-hmm. You never know what's going to happen. You never know how your life is going to turn. You know, and the thing is to have something like this opportunity, not even so much about even just the extra, the money, just the fact that, you know, we have something that we can get healthy. You know, we have products that are helping us and that are absolutely amazing. So, you know, at this point, you know, it's no turning back for me. You know, you know, I've been with Nina since what, 2017, 2018, when I actually said yes. And it's 2016. Okay. And it's been amazing. I have to say, you know, and for all the brothers and all the men out here, listen, I am having a ball. I am having so much fun. And when I tell you, I cannot lie. I am making a lot of extra money on top of what I already make.
Sean, we did a little video chat earlier, the leadership core, and you just put all his cash money in the screen. We were like, what are you doing? He was just like, look at all of this money. Look at all of this money. I mean, it's incredible, like watching. So I kind of want to lead there. I have got a lot of notes that we got to go back to, but like when this, and although Sean had tried the product because he told me no about this detox in 2014, but he was buying the gallons from all the people on my team that went to his church. Okay, so although we started with this product last February the 8th of 2023, Shammy and Dr. Dunn, y'all had never tried this. But you were sold out before your product even came. So let's talk about that real quick. What kind of money did y'all make off of the product in the first 2 weeks of business without trying the product, and you had no products in your hand? What kind of money, Dr.?
I know I probably made about $3,000, I'm sure. That was a long time ago, but I'm sure.
How did you do that? You had no product. What did we tell you to do? What did you do?
I mean, we had before and afters of people who, I can't use it anyway. No one's going to believe me. That's all I had.
Right. So
I had before and afters of people who were using it. You just share it.
We gave you a script and we said, flood your social medias with this script. And you made $3,000. You had no products in your hand. You had not even tried the products. Shammy Sham, you had not tried the product. You had no products in your hands.
No.
How much money did you make in your first 6 days of the business?
$2,300.
That was more than what you were making in the salon.
Yeah. Real quick, real fast.
Real fast. You made $2,300 in your first week. You literally just did what we said.
Yep.
You took the script, you took the before and after pictures of the people we didn't even know, because we had to start using the products once we got it to create our own stories.
Yeah.
You didn't know those people. You just started using the pictures like we said, using the scripts, and you made $2,300. You made $3,000. STB, what did you make in your first 7 days of the business with products you didn't have?
I probably made between $25,000 to $3,000. Had to be.
With a simple system. But once we got that product in hand, we had to make it. We were shipping it out, meeting people. We were on the pulling up, opening up our trunks, right? But now, I mean, y'all, now what are we even talking about? What are we even talking about now?
It's more instant cash.
This right here is sick.
Okay, so what kind of money? I'm just curious. What kind of money? Because you can't even keep none of us. Well, I'm on the upside right now because I literally
am too, a little bit.
I'm a little bit on the upside, because I decided
I just ordered some more.
Whole lot of little.
Oh, heck to the no. I'm gonna get on the upside of this because I just started ordering every single day. Every single day. But what kind of money? I'm just curious because you're all pretty much selling 3-day packs. 3 days, meaning you're taking this bag and flipping it down into 3-day packs.
Look.
Or having the product in hand. Because product in hand, that's cute.
I keep 3 days in the backpack.
Clear book bag.
That's cute.
What kind of monies are you guys making from this?
On a bad day, $100 a day.
On a bad day.
On a bad day. And I've got some people who say, I don't want no 3. How much is the bag?
Absolutely.
Yes. So
we don't like selling our bags, though.
I don't. Go to the website.
You can go to my website and get a full bag.
My website.
You want 3, 5, or 10?
I don't even do 10 anymore. That's too many.
That is a lot.
3 or 5.
I do 10 with my good people.
Ooh.
10, you might as well grab the bag. You're gonna be mad when you.
They don't want the bag; they want the 10. So I let them buy the 10.
That's fine.
Hush.
Don't get it.
Tens a lot, unless they know they're sharing it with other people.
Yeah.
And okay, but you
Now,
really
here's the
only
thing.
need one. You only need
You're
one.
gonna get a result. You're gonna get a
Mhm.
result. I'm right now drinking my mango, what I call peach mango, because I put frozen peaches in here. Sean is the only one being the outcast drinking fruit punch. No, I'm just kidding. It's still delicious, right? And you know, here's the thing, Catherine. Everybody's weight loss is different. We've got some people that lose a pound overnight. We have people that lose 10 pounds in 48 hours. Everybody's body is different. We don't really know how everybody's body is different. There are some non-scale victories. I'm having more non-scale victories than scale victories, but everybody's body is different, right? Here's the thing. You heard everybody say the minimum on a bad day, we're making $100 a day. On a bad day, my average before the instant drink to shrink drop was about $200 a day. Now my average has gone up to about $400, $450 a day. But I'm still telling people just $100 a day, because you might not even believe that you could do $400 or $500 a day, right?
Mhm.
But the reality of it is the people that have purchased from us, they either come back to get in the system, or they're like, I need more. I need more. I need more. They chase Sean down at work for this product, and it takes. What does this taste like to you? Like it's simply delicious.
It's a whole nother level of detox. Like, not all detoxes are like this. You enjoy drinking it. You look forward to drinking it every day.
Every day.
Every
Dr.
day.
Don,
And life is not too sweet. It's like the perfect blend.
it is.
I mean, I had a lady yesterday from that belonged to our church. She got her package, y'all, and she texted me. And she was like, "I just had something." I said, "Well, wait a minute. It's the middle of the day." I said, "Oh, hold up." But this is what I'm saying. Like, people are just excited to get this product. And I said to her, I said, "Did you even read to know that you might?" She was asking me questions after she drank it, so she had already drank it. And was like, well, what is it going to do? Because I said, "Wait a minute." I said, "Listen, hold up." But
So here's the thing. There's something that I want to talk about, because Paul is on here as well, and I want him to address something. Because I was listening to Dr. Tracy Lynn earlier, and she said something like having to have Paul get on tonight. Dr. Dunn, you said doctors need more. We just simply need more, because we start off in the negative and upside down. You said we start off in the world upside down. Very similar to how I came out of my car, my Range Rover, and went into the Benz upside down. Okay. All right. And so what I think about when I think about jobs is that jobs, and we're not down on jobs, we're just up on opportunity. So we don't want anybody to think jobs give you just enough to cause you to stop dreaming. They give you just enough. And then another one of the things that I want you to talk about, STB, is I want you to talk 1 pack a day, just 1 pack. 1 pack. This is the 1 glass I'm going to have today. Okay. STB, I want you to talk about something, because we always think that this side thing that we're doing, oh, that's just my little plan B. But you just had some things happen in your own personal walk, your own personal life, where your plan B had to be the plan A, because the plan A wasn't plan A. Right. And so I kind of want you guys to talk a little bit about that. And then we got to get Paul on here before 9 o'clock, because I know the men are doing their call. But Dr. Dunn, you needed more. You came into the world out of college upside down. So I kind of think I want you to talk about it from the aspect that there are a lot of people that are afraid to talk to doctors because they think they got it all. They got it all together. But you're a shark.
For sure. And you know what? I am that person. Like, well, I was. I was that person, because I grew up in that world, and I know their mentality and mindset, and people have doctor complexes. Like, that's a real thing. And just because I don't have one, most of them do. So people are afraid to talk up, or you think that they're up from you, but in reality, they could be at the same or worse than you. You don't know just because of a person where they work, what's happening at home. I actually know someone now, even though they might say no, because people have pride issues too. So that's the thing. But it is your job is just to plant the seed and talk to them. And then they're gonna decide. At least once they figure out who cares what other people think, they may come back to you. But I know a doctor actually, he's probably, I'm gonna say 56, 57 years old, and he works so much. Like I even said as a younger, I'm not working like that when I get almost 60 years old. Even when I was coming out of school, like by then I would hope I would have myself together so that I'm not having to work that hard. Like he works more than me, and I works a lot of hours. And I asked him one day, I said, "Why do you work this much?" And he says, "Well, I've got 2 kids in college and blah, 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 blah." So it's not always about debt. It's not about student loans. Like you don't know what family life a person is having. And this extra $100 a day or $1,000 a week could make a big difference. Like what if they could give that to their kids to help them through college so they won't have to support them as well? You just never know. So I would just say, you're going to be scared, but you just need to talk to them anyway. And even if they turn you down, you did your job, and trust me, they're going to be thinking about it, because that was me. Because when I came up on the post on social media, I was like, okay, I'll check it out. And when I heard about it, I was like, STB, I was like, I'm not doing that. Like in that company, I was like, I'm not putting that stuff on people's, I'm not doing that, I'm not doing that. But at the end of the day, the bills had to get paid.
Our egos will keep us broke.
Egos, pride, all of that. All of that.
Yes, that's right. Because
yes.
The reality of it is let's just say it is just $100 a day, right? Even though you said your bad days right now are $100 a day. That's $700 a week. That's $3,000 for the month. That is $36,000 extra a year. That's
is a cash on hand. That's not back office, but we'll get back. We'll get to that in a second.
We'll get there too, because we're going to talk about that. But having product on hand equals cash on demand. Period. And so, you know what? Before we go to you, Sean, let me go there to Paul real quick, because he got to get on and off. Paul, I was listening to a video by Dr. Tracy Lynn. I believe you listened to some of it while we were in the car. Dr. Tracy Lynn said, because I need you to talk to the husbands. That's what we need you to talk to right now. I know a lot of people haven't had the blessings of their spouses. I know a lot of people wish their spouses would support them the way that you've always been supportive of me, even when you didn't understand, even when you didn't believe in the industry. You always believed in me. You always were supportive of me, even though you didn't believe in this industry. Because when we met for the first time, I actually was inviting you to a meeting. We had a conversation, y'all. I was like, hey, you want to come to my meeting? And literally, I was inviting him to a meeting. Okay, y'all. It wasn't, I had no interest in nothing else. If you ain't trying to be down with my business, I have no interest in nothing else. And so,
she was this way 15 years, was it 15 years ago? She was the same way. So she about her coins.
About my coins, okay? But you told me then, after we got into a few conversations, that you know some people that had done these kinds of things and they didn't have any success. And so what is it that has caused you to always be supportive of me, even though you didn't believe in the industry? And then, because I need you to speak to the wives so that they can get themselves together, because it's something they got to do too. So what did you see that caused you to be supportive of me? And then what could you say to the husbands that may not believe or may not understand why their wife wants to do this? What could you tell them that might help open up their minds a little bit?
Well, so for one, the reason why I always believed in you, because I understand who you were and what you were called to do. And once you have identified that in your spouse, then you are able to allow them, not allow, because I hate using that word, but support them in whatever it is that they want to do. And the other side of it, the other side too, is that the wives, you have to, if this is something that you want to do, like you have to be about it. Like you can't go up and down. You can't double dutch in and out. Like it has to be full throttle because, excuse me, us men, we watch that, and we're already skeptical about these quote unquote things, right? And you have to be all in first before we can get all in, because we as men, we're so wired to just go to work and come home and eat and play with the kids and then have talk to your wife. That's what it is. Like that's the reality of it. So we're wired to do that, and we're only I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. We're wired to do that. So we have to be as a man, we see that and we're like, we knew this wasn't gonna work. We knew she wasn't gonna be in out because we know our spouses. And once we see that, we're like, we knew it wasn't gonna work. Like we sit back and we wait for it not to work. It is what it is to prove our spouses wrong, which is a sick way to think, as that's supposed to be a person that you love and you're supposed to support. That's a sick way to think, but some people think that way. And as far as just being supportive, it 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 just makes sense, because you know what? A lot of times, a lot of men have ego. Well, most of the time, we have our egos, right? And our egos won't allow us to have our wives earn more money than us. And the reality is that all the money is coming into one household. As long as she's not treating you like you're under, which my wife never did, then that's fine. My wife still came to me with decisions, because I was like, she's working less than me and earning 3-4 times as me. I was like, good gosh, and she's home all the time. But that's what we as men have to see, and it's just being supportive. Sometimes you have to understand, men, that you may not be the person up front. Don't try to be that person up front. You may not have the tools yet to be up front. It may be something that God is nurturing in you, but until then, let your wife be the forerunner, right? You sit in the back and you make sure everything else is functioning. You take stuff off her hands that she shouldn't have to worry about, because y'all working together. Because the reality is that when that money come in, you gonna want to spend it. When she's out there and she's doing them calls and all that, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, we up, but you didn't do nothing to help her. So and this is my personal opinion. I don't know what nobody else thinks, but if you didn't help add to it, it's not yours. And that's how I feel. Like if you laid around, and you did nothing to help the business, but when the money come in, you wanna, oh yeah, we up. No. Oh, Paige said it don't work like that. Paige said it don't work like that.
You said some powerful things. Basically, you said, because you saw that I was true to my word and what I said I wanted to do. So what's happening is women are joining these companies, then they buy all this product, and then the husband is looking like you spending all this money on these products that, especially if you're not using them and losing any weight, they ain't working because they're looking at you. So now they like the products ain't working. You ain't making no money with them. They piling up in the closet or on a shelf or boxes all over the place. And now they're looking like, what's going on here? So yes, they're going to have a nasty attitude about that business. And or maybe you've been in multiple businesses. So what? I have too. Okay. I've been in multiple businesses. However, I've always succeeded in all of them. And all
Always
of them.
succeeded, and you grew.
And I grew from
You
one
grew
company.
in all throughout them. So it's not about the jumping around. Once you see that your spouse is growing in whatever field that they're in, with my wife, especially network marketing, that she was growing. So it wasn't like, oh my gosh, this here go this next company. It wasn't that. It was just, okay, all right, well, she knows best, because at the time I didn't understand the industry. So
Right.
she knows best. And if she sees something or something wasn't right, it's like, all right, we gotta go. All right, let's go. But I wanna say that there's a teammate, I'm not gonna say any names, right? But her husband was kind of negative, right? And she went out and she started getting serious about it. She started getting completely serious about it, because he was looking at, like, we got all these products, and she would go out and vend. So what he did was, once he saw her get serious, because he was a naysayer, right? He got her something that she needed to go out and vend, because he started to understand, oh, she's serious about this, because she started being consistent in her actions. So I'm telling you, ladies, your husband is watching what you're doing. He's watching every single thing, every call you get on, every call that you don't get on, every training that you miss. Like, you say you got training, and then you don't get on, and you laying up watching TV or whatever, and be like, oh, I'm not getting on that. He sees that. So in his mind, he's like, oh, well, I don't need to be in this. I'm gonna keep going on and going to work. So I'm just telling you, like, if you want your husband to be, and it may take time. Don't push him. My wife never pushed me. She never etched me on. It's just, with a man, you gotta see the money. And the reality is, once I saw the money, I was like, wait a minute. It's just a natural man instinct that he gonna be like, well, how you get that? Or how you get a $20,000 check in a week? He gonna ask. Trust me, he's gonna ask. And it don't have to be 20,000. If he sees,
It could be 2,000.
it
It
could
could
be
be
2,000.
1,000. It could be
Right?
500.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, if he sees the extra, 500, and you like, hey babe, I got this from the business. We can go to Roof Chris or whatever steakhouse y'all want to go, and he don't have to try to figure out how y'all already pinching pennies. And you say, babe, we gonna go out. He gonna be like, well, how you get that? And y'all sit down while y'all eating that steakhouse that y'all both been wanting to go to, with the money that she made from this juice. He gonna start asking. And then what's gonna come, he gonna say, well, how can I help you? What do you need? Trust me. Trust
Right.
me.
And that's vice versa, because there are men in the business that
Mm-hmm.
don't, they're all either. And you're wondering why you don't have 100% of your spouse's support as well. And so this is very major for those of you who have spouses that are not all the way on board. Why were you okay, Paul? Because conferences happen, right?
Mhm.
And you never had a problem. You knew I was going to any conference that came our way, right?
Mhm.
Even if you
Mhm.
weren't going. What I
Mhm.
love about our partnership in business is your thing was your face needs to be present. You're the physical person that's working
Mhm.
this business. So you made life easier for me at home or on the back end. And even now, like, if it means you got to do the laundry and make sure you get Paige in the shower like you just did, that's why you were late getting on here. Or, maybe you got to run to the store and get what I need so that I can hurry up and cook dinner in between calls and things like that. You've always given me the grace to make sure that you're handling all of the other things, just like what I heard Dr. Tracy Lynn say today, so that the business could run smoothly, because at the end of the day, the whole household is blessed by it.
Mhm. Yep.
So why were you okay with me having to go to the conferences, knowing that you didn't really believe in the industry, but this was a thing. You know, I think a lot of wives that are like, I want to go to conference and my spouse is.
Well, so that's a little deeper because that means if they don't want you going to it's some other things that happen, some inconsistencies in depth in any particular marriage that says that I don't want you to go.
They might be controlling though. They might not be.
Well,
Could
yeah,
be.
no, that includes everything.
Right.
Controlling is in that too. I think for me, I know for me, the Bible says a man that finds a wife finds a good thing, right, and has favor in the Lord. So when I think of that, I see that if I trust God, bless me with her, and I trust God, that means I trust her in everything that she does, even when she's away, because I know that anything is not on her mind, because she's about her money. She's not about going, turning up, doing none of that. She's going to learn. She's going to impart into people, and she's going to. And when she comes back, she has a book full of notes. A book full of notes, because it's just what she does. So there's never no insecurity when my wife leaves, because it's like, for what? Like, this is helping. This is the household income. So whatever part that I need to play to make the system work, like there's when a team wins a championship, everybody gets a ring down to the water boys, right? So everybody plays a part in that championship. The thing is, you have to understand what role you play on the team and be okay with that, because guess what? You're still going to win a championship. And if you know my wife is Michael Jordan, I call myself Scottie Pippen. That's fine. I'm cool. I'll be Dennis Rodman. Well, no, not Dennis Rodman. No. I'll be Steve Kerr. I'll be John Paxson. I'll be all of them. That's fine, because she's the star, and I'm okay with that. There's no insecurity there. I realize what her gifting is. I realize what she can do, and I realize that I can't hold her back from what she was called to do. And you have to understand that you, men and spouses, you have to understand the gifting and calling that's on your spouse's life. And you have to give them the grace to be able to do that, because if you try to hold them back, they're not going to get to where they need to get to, and your family's not going to get to where they need to get to. So what I do is I cover my wife in prayer each and every time she's on the road, praying that she comes back with new ideas, and she always coming back with new ideas. Like, I'll be like, she be on a plane, she wake up and she be like, I got this idea. But I'm just saying that support. Play your role, understand your role, and be okay with the role that you play on the team, because you're all gonna get a ring.
This is good. This was good. This was good, y'all. Everybody, the chat is lighting up. Maybe y'all ought to continue this conversation on Man Cave, for real. I mean, because this was a topic that I think a lot of people need to hear. But ladies, he hit y'all first. If you want your spouses to support, I feel like we needed some clappers. I'm gonna order some clappers for our lives, okay? We need some clappers, Sean. Like, we should have all been like, clap, right? He shut it down. Okay. Now y'all see, right? Listen, this is so important for you to understand that husbands, you can't be, and I don't even think that some of it is insecurity. I think it's that they just don't know, they're unsure. So if you've always been looking from the outside in, you wouldn't know, or you wouldn't understand. If you're looking from the outside in and you're not understanding why this woman may want to go to her events or things like that, You don't understand because you're looking from the outside in. It's going to take you to come around and look from the inside out for you to understand that it's different. And if you understand this to the spouses, that when your spouse comes back, they are going to be a better person. You're going to love that person more because there's personal development that takes place while they're away on these events that you have to understand. They sacrificed, a lot of it is sacrifice that they've sacrificed to get recognition, that you're now withholding that right from them to be celebrated for the work that they've done, and they're going to have resentment and bitterness towards you in the long run. So I know you got to run off, Mr. Mora. Thank you so much for gracing us on the live tonight. He shut it down. Y'all stay tuned for Man Cave. All right, now we got to hurry it up. We got to hurry this up. SCB, your plan B turned into your plan A when you physically went down. What does that, like, literally you were earning every day more than honestly there are some weeks you earn more than your regular job. So what do you want to say to people? You got to unmute yourself. What do you want to say to people who are like really like you were? I don't need that. I'm selling nothing. And I mean, do you ever feel like you're selling anything? What has this done for you to have that plan B that turned into your plan A when the plan A wasn't plan A?
Well, let me tell you this, and I'm gonna go back to Mr. Paul for a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
He said something that was very powerful and important, and that I felt. He said you didn't understand the industry. That's point blank, period. Because when I said no out of ignorance. Because the thing is that I didn't even know what it was about. I didn't even know what the industry was. I just said no because it was just like, oh, I'm not doing those things with those people. So I'm like, listen, I got a full-time job. And listen, I don't care what nobody say. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. You like the 2-week check. You like the 1-month check. And you like the 15th of the month or the 30th of the month. You like it. But the thing is, because you don't know the industry, you don't know the extra that you can make. You don't know what the industry can do. So when I made that step and said, you know what, the opportunity came, I was like, you know what, let me get in here and see what this is about. And then the first week, it was like, wait a minute, I just made some money and I didn't really even do nothing. All I did was honestly, even at that time, was just share the information. Whatever I had, I just shared it. And people was like, oh, I want that. And so it was up from there. So even like now, and this is the second time that I had to go through something where it was like, okay, now my plan A was cut because I had to be out an extensive amount of time. And anybody knows, it's no secret when you work at a full-time job, you know, you might be cut some because then you might have to go into a disability or short-term or whatever the case may be. So here's the deal. Even though I was sitting at home, I was still making some extra money and the money was just coming in. But here's the deal. I would even consider this to be no kind of work. I don't consider this to be, you know, it might not be easy, but it is simple. Because the thing is that now here's the deal. Once you do it over and over again, it gets better and it gets simple. It even gets more simple. Because like now it's to the point where I'm gonna be honest with you. More people are actually coming to me than I'm going to them. They're like, oh, wait a minute, what you got now? And here's the deal with and I'm gonna bless y'all with this. Don't worry about going from company to company. Here's the deal. If it's not working, why are you staying? If it's not working, why are you staying? If the products don't work, if the money changed and something didn't happen, that's with anything. If your car breaks down, what you gonna do? You gonna keep the broke car? No, you're gonna go get a new car. Period. So I'm just here to tell you. That's why. And here's the deal. You know, I'm gonna say this, and you know he's going now. But my former bishop, you know, actually allowed me to even be a part of this opportunity. Let me tell you why he said, he allowed me to be a part of this. And I never forget, he got up in front of the church and the opportunity that we were in. And he got up in front of my church and told my church, I'm gonna tell everybody on here, he's gone now, God rest his soul. But he got up in front of the church and said, listen, my deacon is selling liquor. That's what he said. That's what he told the entire church. He said, my deacon is selling liquor. He said, but listen, let me tell you why he's doing what he's doing. Because he's making a whole lot of extra. And listen, what pastor would not want their members' tithes to go up? What pastor would not want, now it's to the point where if I need to give a sacrificial offering, if I need to give something extra, or if it's anniversary or anything, and I'm talking about the church part of it, listen, I got it. Because guess what? I have the extra money to do what I need to do. So I'm just here to tell you, it just don't matter.
So it don't matter, and it wasn't liquor. Before y'all run off and talk about this.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
It was a joke, y'all. It was a joke. Okay, but
it was a joke.
It was liquor, all right? It was a joke. But we gotta say that because they'll be on here like Bishop Ford took you that it was a joke. Okay. He was talking about making extra income, yes. And he actually even validated it. He was like, if I had some time, his health was we didn't know at that point it was challenged, but yes. He knew.
Yes.
Because he said, I would join too.
Yes, he did.
That's what he said from the pulpit. He said, because I hadn't seen Sister Coleman. That's what he used to call me, Sister Coleman. I don't care if I was married or not. He knew my daddy, Bishop Coleman. I was Sister Coleman, okay? Because I done seen Sister Coleman make some money doing this. So I already know if she making money doing it, I already know I can make money too. It's what he said, okay? Mm-hmm. But we do get paid 8 different ways, all right? And I know that we went all around the mulberry bush to get right here to, we don't even need but different ways. Like, first of all, this is a viral product. The Instant Drink to Shrink is a viral product. Viral all over, even in South Africa. We touched down in South Africa today. All right, so I'm talking about Canada, the UK, the United States, and South Africa, and many, many more countries to come. I know that this is actually going to be in the Latin American countries here very shortly. And remember, 1 pack a day, 1 pack, because there's a new sheriff in town, and it's called 1 pack. And so we do get paid 8 different ways. And one of the first ways that we get paid, Dr. Dunn, one of your favorite ways, right, is we get a free website. Dr. Dunn, what do you think about that first way that we get paid?
So, first of all, it's 50% off of your customer orders. Number 1, 50%. Half. Where do you see that at? Where do you see that? So every time you get your website out to a person that wants to order the bag of tea or maybe some tea and some candy, whatever they spend, you're going to get half of that order. If they go on there and spend $100, you're going to make $50 instantly. It's going to, as soon as they click submit, that half is going to be in your back office, in your e-wallet.
If they buy 1 bag, y'all make $32.50 off of every person that goes to buy 1 bag of this that you didn't ship out because they got it from your website.
16 people a week. That's $500 a week.
Say it again, Dr. Dunn, you broke up.
16 people a week to order 1 bag of tea. That's $500 a week. And most people just need $500 a month to, stay out of bankruptcy, foreclosure. I mean, that's a statistical fact. But $500 a week, you just share this. I promise you get 15 people, 1 pack. They're going to be like, what's the link? How do I get more? I've made $60 being on this Zoom. I mean, on this StreamYard right now, on this live. So,
making $50 an hour, okay?
Yeah, well, that's just for this hour.
Yeah, for this hour. That's not even the rest of the day. We wake up to cash it. Okay, so 50% off your customers going to your website. You don't have any website fees. That's instant pay. It shows up in your back office immediately. You can use it immediately to purchase of the product, or you can wait till Fridays to cash it out. Number two, people are going to go to your website. They're going to join you. They're going to say, I can sell this too. Then, Sean, I know that's another 50%, right, of the volume. Now, that's a little bit different because it's not the dollar value. It's off the volume. But then your residual income kicks in on streams 3 and 4, right, where you get your own 20% off of the total volume of your lesser leg of business. But then you get check matches also, right, from the people that you sponsor into the business. There's lifestyle bonuses, which we like to call free money, right? And then there's bonuses for ranks as well as check match. Hello. That means you get a check, you help somebody else get their check, and then you get a match, not out of their check, but off of what they make in their check. So there's just 8 different ways that we get paid. But the biggest way, one of the biggest ways, is the right now money, right? Where you can literally make money. Product on hand equals cash on demand off of products that literally offer immediate gratification. They're high quality, high impact, where people are going to see some kind of result. Even if weight loss is not the biggest one for you, you got to take note of all of the other things that are happening. We've got our 3 capsule system, our epic experience, which is amazing. Y'all have heard us talk about it over and over and over again. And if you didn't hear about it, you're brand new, this is your first time you're seeing us or hearing this, ask for the little 2-minute video on this. Right? We've got literally a 2-minute video that explains this capsule system. We've got a 6-minute video that explains our candy that you just saw me eat, explains our drink to shrink instant, as well as the sachet that makes a gallon. The gallon lasts 1 week. But we've got instant products to give you instant results, you guys. No more waiting 5, 10, 15, 20 days, right? You're going to feel some energy. You're going to see your skin. I have no foundation on. I've not been wearing any foundation because something's happening to my skin. Since we've started this, something's happening to my skin, y'all. And I'm noticing that my skin is clearing up. It's looking better, tighter. And I believe it's because our detox, you guys, detoxing is anti-aging as well. So this is not just about weight loss, but weight loss matters also, because when you detox, it cleanses your liver, your kidney, your colon, and your lungs, and the largest organ of your body, which happens to be your skin, even removing brain fog from you. And it is anti-aging. Listen, I don't know what's bigger. The fact that South Africa just got instant tea. We know Nigeria will have instant tea soon. Botswana, Ghana, and all the African countries will have it, as well as the Latin American countries and so many others. But a little birdie told me that there's a product that's getting ready to launch this month that's going to make things a little spicy. That's all I'm going to say about that. Listen, y'all, it's been fun. Mr. Moore shut it down. Right now, the men are getting ready to have their man cave. He shut it down, and I'm getting ready to jump on a Zoom with Dr. Dunn and her team. Listen, we want you to run back to the person that might have invited you to look at this information and say, okay, all right. I don't know whose story resonated with you. Maybe it was the fact that Shammy has chickens and cows and ducks and birds and cockapoos and or maybe it was STB who said my plan B actually had to cover when my plan A wasn't plan A. And maybe it's Dr. Dunn's that said, listen, I'm a doctor and I needed much more because I came out in my start in life upside down. Or maybe it's just mine, a girl from the hood, right? Who had a baby at 15, who didn't do everything right. But I know one thing is I'm never going to be broke another day in my life. And I don't do boss as well. I'm psychologically unemployable, right? Whatever the case may be, maybe you resonated with some story that you heard tonight, or maybe it was Mr. Moore's that's like, you know what? Me and my wife could do this and I can support her. I love her and I believe that she's called to the nations, right? That you don't have to be selfish. She's not just yours, but that she is a gift that God has given you. And now you want to now release her to the world so that she can be a blessing to the entire family and to the rest of the world at large. Get back to the person that invited you here. Ask for their link. Pick a pack. I'm going to strongly suggest this one at least, or add it to the capsule system. But pick a pack. How about the 2 bags of tea and the 2 bags of candy? I don't know about y'all, but that's the one I like. Right? I like that. Pick a pack and get signed up tonight. All right. We love you guys. We thank you for watching. God loves you. We love you. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Cheers to an amazing future. Cheers. All right, you guys. Good night and God bless you all.